Hi, welcome back to another weekly reading vlog. I feel like I always have this pink blanket over me and like all my reading vlogs, but here it is again. It's very cozy. Today's Tuesday. I was gonna start yesterday, but I just didn't have time yesterday to film or anything, so starting today. I had class this morning, and then in like a couple hours I have another class, and then right after that class I have another class. And then I'm done for the day, so looking forward to that moment when my classes are over. But yeah, in last week's reading vlog, I read and finished A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J Maas, the second book in the Court of Thorns and Roses series. And then I was also listening to the audiobook for Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy, and obviously I didn't finish that, so I will continue listening to that this week. And then I also started A Court of Wings and Ruin, the third book in the A Court of Thorns and Roses series, yesterday. Didn't get very far. I got to like chapter 2, like page 20 or something, because I just didn't have that much time to read, but I'll have more time to read today, so I'm hoping to get at least 100-something pages into this today. But it's starting off pretty good. The first 20 pages that I read, I enjoyed. So yes, excited to keep reading. But right now I have to go get some other stuff done before my class at 4, and then after those two classes later at like 7. Hopefully I can get some more reading done then. In the meantime, I'm going to go like do laundry and shit. So yeah, I will talk to y'all later. Hey guys, I definitely just spent like 10 minutes trying to make my hair not look like shit, but it's fine. I decided that I need to just accept the way that it looks right now and move on. It's like air drying from the shower. It's like really flat and really stiff and like damp, and it's just not a good moment, I guess. I don't know, whatever. It's Wednesday night. Didn't vlog anymore yesterday. 1, because I didn't have time, and 2, mainly because I didn't read. This morning I had my French class, and then I went to work, and then when I came home from work, I showered, I practiced my harp, and now I'm here. Didn't do much reading today either. I read a little bit before work, and I had a good like 15 minutes at work where I had nothing to do, so I read a little bit there as well. And my goal yesterday was to get to like page 100 something into A Court of Wings and Ruin. And today I am now at page 38. So, go me. I know. Not everybody can read as much as I do. Not everybody is gifted in reading so much as I am. It's just a me thing, you know? No, that is 100% a joke. So that's great. Not only did I not achieve that goal that I set for myself, but I think that I didn't reach my potential. You know, my full potential. I think my full potential is higher than the goal that I set for myself, but, you know, didn't even get halfway there. That's okay though. That is okay. Minor setback, you know, a minor setback. But even though I didn't get as far as I wanted to, I do have some thoughts. I do have some thoughts and feelings about where I am right now in the book. I'm getting nervous and like worried about where this story and like the rest of the book is gonna go in regard to the characters that she's interacting with in the beginning. Whatever. I know that Feyre has like her plan and like what she's planning of doing like in her head, but I'm really worried of that plan changing. Like, I just have a feeling that at some point her plan is gonna get fucked, and either someone fucks it up or she just changes her mind. Like, I'm worried about her changing her mind and changing her plan. I think that I'm getting to a point now where I left off at. I think that she's being slick and like going unnoticed, but not as well as she thinks, and I think that everybody around her is just kind of stupid. You know? But we all know that Tamlin's a fucking idiot, so. Fuck that guy. And then, like, also, cause, like, oh, I can't fucking say. This is a third book in a series, like, this is so hard, like, the struggle, like, vocalizing here. But whatever, I have to say what I have to say. Feyre is not communicating with a certain someone as much as I thought that she would be, and that is why I'm getting so worried. Like, her reasons for not doing so as much make total sense, like, I get it, but she's scaring me. Like, I'm just getting worried. I don't know, I'm getting worried. I have a feeling that this book is gonna be really good, but I'm gonna be mad about some things that happen. Like, I feel like some things that happen in this book are gonna really, really piss me off. I don't know. I see that in my future, okay? I see that in my future, and I don't know. I have nothing else to talk about. I'm only 38 pages in, so it's not like I have that many thoughts, you know? But those are the ones that I currently have. I'm gonna go finish editing my February TBR video that I'm gonna upload tomorrow. So it'll already be uploaded by the time I upload this. And then after I do that, I'm gonna read because I want to get farther in this book and I have nothing else to do tonight. I don't have homework. I don't have any other responsibilities to take care of. So I will be reading. So yes, I'm gonna go edit and then I'm gonna go read and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Good morning, happy Thursday. I have like 20 minutes until class starts, but I just wanted to vlog really quick because like, why not? I'm not even gonna say how far I got into A Court of Wings and Ruin because it's embarrassing and shameful on my part, so we're just gonna skip past that. But I do want to say that I'm confused as fuck. Like, there are things happening and characters that are being mentioned, and I'm just really confused regarding one character, one specific character. Her other two books, there was a point where I was really confused as well, and then it all kind of just meshed out at some point, and it all started to make sense and all came together, so I'm assuming that's probably what's going to happen with this one. But yeah, I don't know. I'm confused. I am really enjoying it still, but I feel like there's just like, I don't know. I'm just like getting kind of confused. I'm worried still. There's just a lot of anxiety with this book, I guess. A lot of nerves with this book. I don't know. My arm felt like it was about to fall off, so I had to switch to the other one. So that's great. But yeah, this morning I woke up. I made the thumbnail for my February TBR video. I spent like hours fucking making it and like editing the lighting like over and over because I just couldn't settle on something, but I finally did. It's up on my channel now, so that would have already been up by the time this goes up, but yes, I uploaded that today. I have class in like 20 minutes, and then I have another class that goes until 7, and then after that I have some things I need to take care of, and then I need to read. I need to read. I keep telling myself that I'm going to read, and then I wait until like 1 a.m., 1:30 to 2 a.m. to start reading, and then I read like 10 pages and pass out. That's not acceptable, and I need to stop doing that. I need to stop doing that because I'm setting myself up for failure. It's not okay. It's not okay. But tonight I'm hoping to read a lot more and then hopefully vlog again tonight. So yes, that is the plan at this point. So yeah, I'm gonna go do school and do all the things I need to do for the rest of the day. And hopefully I will talk to you tonight. Hi, good morning. Happy Saturday. Last time I vlogged, it was Thursday. And I was like, I'm gonna vlog tonight. And then I didn't. And then yesterday I was like, okay. I couldn't vlog yesterday during the day. So I was like, okay, I'll vlog tonight. And then I didn't because I was tired and I didn't have a good day at work and I had a long day. So when I was like in bed reading and it's like 2 a.m. and I was like, I just want to go to sleep. I don't feel like vlogging anymore. So I didn't, but I'm here now. So I had a harp lesson this morning. I just came back from that. So I have about, I don't know, like 4 hours, 4-ish hours until I have work. So in the meantime, I need to get some homework done and then I'm going to read like as much as I can because my goal is to finish this book by tomorrow night. And I am like 30% into it. And you know what? I do this all the time. I did this last week with The Court of Mist and Fury. I like read slowly but surely throughout the week, and then by the end of the week I was like, speed read time, and then I finished it, and it was great. And I told myself I wasn't going to do this with A Court of Wings and Ruin, but did I say that's what book I'm talking about? That's what book I'm talking about. I don't think I specified that. I think I just said book. But A Court of Wings and Ruin. I told myself I wasn't going to do that with this book, and I did. So here we are. I'm like 200 something pages into a 700 something page book. I can definitely finish the book this weekend. Like, I have the ability to do so, you know, and I have the time to do so as well. It'll get done. It'll get done. It needs to, because I am supposed to read like the first 100 and something pages of Gulliver's Travels for class on Tuesday, and I really don't feel like starting that while I'm reading A Court of Wings and Ruin, because I don't want to push A Court of Wings and Ruin aside for Gulliver's Travels. I just really don't want to do that, you know? I don't want to do that. I'm going to be upset if I have to do that, and I don't want to do that. So, yes, I'm trying to finish this book this weekend so that I can start my book for school without having to push anything to the side to make space and time for something else. So yeah, there's that. I have been listening to Anna Karenina while I'm at work and stuff, and like in the car. I'm about, I would say maybe like 60-ish% in. I don't know if Audible tells you like specifically what percentage into the book you are. If there's a way to see that, I don't know how to see that, but from like looking at like the bar of like where I am in the span of like the whole book and like the chapters, I'm assuming it's kind of around 60-ish%. I don't know. And like how many hours I've left at this point in the book. Kitty and Levin are like the only thing giving me hope. I am just, you know, everybody else's lives are just not going ideally. I guess. Like, everybody else is going through some shit, okay? And I feel like Kitty and Levin over here are just, like, having a time of their lives. And I hope it stays that way, you know? I mean, not for everybody else. But I hope that they remain happy. But I have a feeling that they're not going to. I have a feeling that at some point in this last long stretch in the book, something's going to happen to them too. And they're no longer going to be happy, and I'm going to be sad. And that's just that. So that's the status on Anna Karenina. I am 210 pages into A Court of Wings and Ruin. Do I wish I was farther? Yeah. We already touched on that, though. You know, we already discussed that I wish I was farther into the book. And that's fine. That's fine. I'm still going to finish it by tomorrow night. It's still going to happen, and that's just that. However, being 210 pages into this book so far, I do have some thoughts. I wrote some key points that I wanted to touch on yesterday. Right off the bat, like into the first 100 pages or so in the book, there is some foreshadowing. Just some foreshadowing, very obvious foreshadowing, I hope. If it's not obvious foreshadowing, if it's not foreshadowing at all, then that's like really embarrassing for me. But it feels like very obvious foreshadowing for Lucian. That's all I'm gonna say. Can't say anything else. Won't say anything else. I think if the story goes that route and that does end up happening for him, I think that would be pretty interesting to see how we get there. I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah, there's that, and then, oh my gosh, Nesta? I hate her. I hate Nesta so much. Like, I was thinking about this yesterday because it was just making me so mad. Like, she is such a bitch. And it makes me so mad. I've said this before and I will say it again. I do not care what kind of redeeming moment or whatever Nesta has had in any fucking book. She's a bitch. And she has no right to be. Absolutely none. It makes me so mad that she gets this, like, pass from everybody in the book, and the only reason that, like, for being a bitch, and the only reason that she gets this pass is because Feyre allows her to have one. If Feyre gave everybody the okay to beat her ass, I think they would, because she deserves it, I think. Just a little bit. First of all, before all of this commotion started in A Court of Thorns and Roses, before Feyre had to leave the mortal land, Nesta was a bitch then, and had no right to be. We all know this. She was rude. She was a bitch. Yes, I understand that every sister was going through the same thing and processing it differently, but that doesn't give Nesta the right to treat her sister like shit. It just doesn't. And what I don't understand is why she treats Feyre like shit, but she treats Elaine like she's like this prized possession that needs to be protected at all costs. Why? Because Elaine is sweet and, like, delicate? Who cares? Feyre, like, did everything for them, hunted for them, basically kept their family alive for how many years? And Feyre's, like, the youngest of the siblings. Like, she doesn't deserve that shit. She didn't deserve any of that shit. And I'm sorry, but in some ways, Elaine is no better. She's no better. If she's gonna sit there and just watch Nesta be this bitch and super disrespectful to Feyre and talk down to her and be super condescending all the fucking time, and she's just gonna stand there and keep her mouth shut and let it happen, she is, like, no better in that regard as well. And yes, I understand that not everybody is comfortable with confrontation and comfortable with saying, like, hey, don't talk to her like that. I completely understand that for some people that's just not easy to do. But it also shouldn't be difficult for you to go up to your sister after being completely disrespected and be like, hey, are you okay? I'm sorry she has to talk to you like that. I don't know why she has to talk to you like that. It's not hard to do that either. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like Feyre continues to do everything for her sisters, and they just get these passes. And again, in A Court of Mist and Fury, Cassian said something, I'm pretty sure it was Cassian, that pretty much gave the impression that if Feyre gave the okay, they probably wouldn't be given, like, the time of day from anybody else, because they don't really deserve it. That being said, what happened at the end of Court of Mist and Fury was ultimately, if you look deep enough, Feyre's fault. Not because she caused that to happen, because she didn't, but because she got them involved at all. And if they weren't involved at all, that wouldn't have happened to them. But it's still not Feyre's fault what happened to them, you know? So in the way that Feyre got them involved, Nesta has the right to resent her for that, I think. I think that Nesta has the right to resent her for that, 100%. If she feels like that, then fine. But she still doesn't have the right to be a bitch. And it gets on my nerves when, like, other characters, they treat her like she's some bad bitch. She's not a bad bitch. She's just a bitch. Like, there's a difference between being a bad bitch and a bitch. And she's just a bitch. Treating everybody like shit doesn't equate being a bad bitch. That just makes you a mean person. Like, I don't know where the connection is there, but that's okay. I hate her. That's it. I hate her so much. Every time that she has any screen time in this book, I want to close it and stop reading because I just hate her character so much. I don't really have any thoughts on Elaine other than what I already said. She does get on my nerves as well. I also almost feel like Elaine's character is kind of a waste of time, but I mean, we'll obviously see how that progresses. Aside from all of that, I feel like I'm not going to like this book as much as I liked A Court of Mist and Fury. Everybody says A Court of Mist and Fury is the best. I think I'm gonna like this book, but so far, I feel like Nesta is really ruining my experience of this book. I feel like just her character being here is bothering me. Her presence and just her character, I don't like it. So yeah, I'm gonna go make some lunch. I'm gonna go make a vegan spicy chicken sandwich. Excited for that. And then I'm gonna do some homework because responsibilities and stuff. And then I'm gonna read as much as I can before I have to go to work at 4. I'm gonna go do all those things and I will talk to you later. Not gonna say when because last time I said when, it didn't happen. So I will talk to you when I talk to you. I will see you when I see you. Hello, good morning, happy Sunday. I am pretty tired. I didn't get home from work last night until like 2 a.m., which is like way later than I should have gotten home. It was a mess. Some stuff happened at work that made that happen, I guess, which I wasn't too happy about, but it is what it is. So I got home at like 2, and then I wasn't like in bed and ready for rest and relaxation until almost 3. So that was really kind of annoying. Honestly, that was just not fun. But even though it was almost 3 a.m., I did read a little bit. I got to page like 250 something in A Court of Wings and Ruin. I have to babysit today. I have to leave here in like a few hours to go do that. And I have to babysit from 2 to 11. So that's like basically all day. It will not stop me. I'm going to finish this book. that's it. Nesta's still a bitch. I still don't like her. Some more things are happening with like Elaine and stuff. I don't know how I explained it before, but I know I said something. I feel like her character is just kind of unnecessary. Like, it just feels like some extra shit to add into the book. A lot of what I'm reading right now feels like filler. There is shit happening that like matters, but I feel like a lot of what's happening is filler. Like, I feel like I'm 250 something pages into the book. I don't think this book needs to be that long or as long as it is. But then I think about it, I'm like, well, what could be cut out? And I don't really know. But I just feel like there's a lot that's happened that isn't really necessary, or a lot that I'm reading about that isn't really necessary. And I don't know. Maybe that's just because I fucking hate Nesta. That might be why. And I also just think Elaine is kind of a filler character. I don't really think she matters that much. Maybe she will at some point, but something tells me she's not going to. I can honestly see this book being a 3-star, because if the book kind of remains this way, and I don't think it will. I mean, it's a 700 something page book and I'm 250 something pages in. There's no way it can. If it does, that's awful. But unless something like happens, I can see it being a 3-star. But I think in the end, I'm probably going to end up giving it 4-star. It has to get better than this. I feel like all the shit that happened at the beginning of the book happened way too quickly. I expected almost the whole book to be what the beginning was. And it wasn't. It just like came and went, and it was like so irrelevant almost. Like, I mean, it was relevant, but it was so like forgettable. And I was like, what? That was it. Like, I expected it at the end of A Court of Mist and Fury. I expected what happened in the beginning of the book to last at least halfway through this book, but it didn't do that. And so I thought that was a little bit like coincidental and like cheaply done, and I didn't really like that. I feel like a lot of things that have happened in this book so far are forgettable, and that's just not my favorite. I don't know, but I'm hoping it'll pick up and like just be better, I guess. It's just, I don't know, not my favorite so far. It's not bad either. Like, I'm still enjoying it for sure. Like I said, I feel like Nesta and Elaine annoy me so much that I just, oh my god. Like, Elaine annoys me because I just think her character is unnecessary. Nesta annoys me because, yeah, I also think her character is unnecessary, but I think that she's just a bitch. I don't like reading about her because I just don't like her. Yeah, that is that. My boyfriend is about to be home with breakfast tacos, so I'm gonna go eat those, and then I'm gonna go babysit in a few hours, and then I'm gonna come home, and I'm gonna read. I will probably vlog tonight. Not gonna make any promises. If I don't vlog tonight with my final thoughts, I will vlog tomorrow morning. But yes, I will talk to y'all later. Hey guys, I finished A Court of Wings and Ruin. It was okay. I gave it 3.5 stars. I thought about giving it 4, but then I was like, I feel like 4 is just honestly too much. And I was thinking about giving it 3, but then I honestly felt like 3 was too low because the end kind of like took me by surprise, like over and over. I was genuinely on the edge of my seat, and it was like exciting. It was thrilling. So I was like, I'll give it a 1/2 star. I mentioned earlier in the week that I felt like the whole book kind of just felt like filler, and there was a lot of shit that happened in the book that I felt was kind of unnecessary or filler. I was just kind of like, this is okay. It was not as good as A Court of Mist and Fury, and I honestly didn't think it was as good as A Court of Thorns and Roses. I thought the first book was even better than this one in some ways. I think that they were both pretty on par, but I honestly do think I kind of prefer the first one just because, I don't know, all the stuff that happened at the end of the first one I enjoyed, but I hate Nesta. That's like my brand now. I just absolutely hate Nesta. I posted a Twitter, I posted a tweet, and it was like this picture that everybody else was like tweeting, and it was like, oh, what do you associate me with? And like multiple people answered hating Nesta. So, and if, you know what, if that's what people associate me with, I'm fine with that. Because I do hate her. And that's fine. She did start to kind of like have her moments where she wasn't absolutely horrible, but it doesn't take away from like all the other shit she said and all the other shit she did, so like I see right through it. You know what I mean? And I also just like kind of hate how this book like forces you to like her, or like it tries to force you to like her. Like, I don't like her. I'm not going to. Don't do that to me, book. Like, don't make me like her. Or don't try to make me like her, because it's not gonna happen. It's just not. I don't like her. There were things that happened at the end. There was a moment at the end where I was like, no, this book cannot end this way. I refuse to let this book end this way. And it didn't. It didn't, and I think the fact that it didn't end that way is kind of cheap. Yeah, I think a lot of things that happened in the end and like the way that they happened was kind of cheap and coincidental, but it's okay. It's okay. I still had fun reading it. It was still fun. So the next one, A Court of Frost and Starlight, I think, is like a novella, I'm pretty sure. And I'm pretty sure it's just like in between A Court of Wings and Ruin and like the one that's coming out this month now, Court of Silver Flames. So I don't really know what happens in that book. I've mentioned this before, A Court of Silver Flames is about Nesta. But why? I might be wrong, but I think that A Court of Thorns and Roses was supposed to be a trilogy, but then she like continued it. So like the next 3 books that come out, because there's supposed to be 6, is that trilogy gonna be about Nesta? If so, I don't think I want to read it. Just to be honest, I just don't care about her. I really don't. I don't know. I mean, I'll read A Court of Silver Flames for sure, and then see how I feel. I just can't see myself caring to read 3 books from Nesta's point of view. Right now, I'm gonna go make something to eat. It's 5:30 p.m. and all I've eaten is popcorn, so I think that I should go eat a meal. I don't even think I need to mention that I'm still reading Anna Karenina, like it's just a thing. I'm gonna be reading this book forever. I hate audiobooks. I don't hate audiobooks, they're just, I don't like them. I don't like them that much, but that's okay. I'm dedicated to finishing it, and that's that, so that will be continuing again to next week's reading vlog. I'm gonna go eat something because all I've eaten today is popcorn and it's 5:30 p.m. So I should go eat a meal. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that and I will see you in the next reading vlog. Peace.